You hold it, I'll hold your hand. Right?
Yeah.
3 times.
It's 3 times, is
Three
it?
times.
Ring this bell 3 times well. It's told to clearly say, my treatment's
Oh, I don't
done.
read the sign.
This course is run and I am on my way. Ring the bloody
Ready?
bell.
Turning 30 was supposed to be quite an empowering moment in my life. I had plans. Yeah, I'm a singer. I wanted to launch 2 albums this year and record a 3rd with 2 different bands. 30, this is my moment. You know, I'm going for this. And then 6 months in, I got diagnosed with cancer. I found a lump in my breast. It would have been last October. I didn't think much of it, but it took getting an awful chest infection and being really poorly to actually go to a doctor. And I had a list of things by then. By the way, I think I've got a lump in my breast. Do you mind just telling me if I need to worry about it? And it went from there. I didn't know whether to tell my parents. And I was telling myself, you know, hopefully it was nothing. But I'd seen it on the screen and I'd seen the look on the consultant's face and was pretty sure that it was going to be going to be something bad. From diagnosis, and as you start your journey with cancer, so much changes in your life. To begin with, there's the shock of your diagnosis, and then it's a roller coaster and trying to keep up with appointments. They come here, so you've got all your cancer appointments, it's consultants, it's checks with nurses. There's all these letters and phone calls that just keep coming. And it's really hard to keep up with them all, and that kind of takes over. So to begin with, it's the admin. Really, it just takes over while you're trying to wrap your head around the big scary word that is cancer to so many of us.
What we do during the planning process, Hannah, is that we obviously have this balance between the radiation dose we want to deliver to the tumour and to your breast, whilst ensuring that the radiation dose to the lungs is low enough below the damage threshold. And it is a sort of balancing act that we have, and there are very strict criteria which were established back in the FAST trial that we use to justify what we do, to determine what dose of radiation your lungs can receive without any major harm from being both in the short and the long term from being engendered by this treatment.
I'd never been under a general anaesthetic before, and to give up complete control, knowing that they're gonna, you know, because they talk you through the process of all of it, you know, you're going to be cut open and there's something's going to be removed. I found that really frightening, actually. I think the hardest part of this year has been feeling out of control of my own life. And for me, that pushed me to be more stubborn about holding on to everything in my life that mattered. It really did. And people have, friends and family have got frustrated at me because I've insisted on doing appointments on the bus. Nope, I'm going to do it myself. I don't need people to run me around or fuss. I'm going to go and do this, because just those little things, doing the journey myself, that felt like I had a little bit more control. Everything that I could hold on to in my life, because otherwise the cancer takes over. I've been working with a wonderful specialist nurse here in the Mustard Tree, and as she put it, you can choose how you view yourself. You're either a patient first or a person first. And for me, I very much went with person first.
That's where you start seeing this one. Starting with X1, we've got 9, 5, 4.5, 14.5.
Ready to start our treatment on the field. It's the first beam delivered, the second beam. Treatment all delivered. Start taking the battery up.
And I shall start to alphabet.
So when you get to the end of primary treatment, you get to ring the bell. You know, you count down chemo. To a lot of people around me, I'm fine now. because I've had my surgery, chemo's done, but that's not the end of it. You don't go back to normal. I nearly started counting down to the end of the cancer journey, and then life's going to be fine again, but actually it's better to come to terms with life's going to be different now, and you have to kind of make room for it in your head. You have to be at peace with it as much as you can and come to terms with it. That's just part of it now. And I would definitely recommend making the most of all of the support you can. I am very grateful actually that I'm living here in Plymouth. The Mustard Tree is absolutely amazing, and they offer so much. I realised that you don't get the same resources in other places. Because I've spoken to more and more people now, and we've all shared our stories a little bit, and actually what's here is absolutely fantastic. And I'm so grateful for it. Things that I wouldn't have thought to ask for as support are here and offered. People have already thought about it. Cancer is a big and scary word. The big C, some people can't even say it. And the first image that comes to mind is, the adverts on the telly that are asking for your donations. I can show people that you can still live through it. I decided I was going to try and live as much as possible through it. And through that, show people that you can be going through treatment, but you can still go out. You can still be a human being, you can still be you. It's not easy, it is knackering, but it's possible. And it's taken a little bit of fear away from people around me. And I feel any kind of bit of fear you can take away is worth doing, and it's helped me feel like I've had a purpose. We need to get people interacting with their bodies. Stop being scared of going to get it checked out, because most of the time it is not going to be anything serious. But it's better, it's better to go and get that checked. So if someone tells you, no, you don't have to worry about this, it's nothing, rather than carry the stress of it because you think it's going to be that death sentence, because you think you're going to end up looking like the cancer patient on those adverts. That's what needs to be taken away, and I've done everything I can, I feel, over the last 9 months to try and shake that up a bit and take that fear away from people. Because just go and get it checked out.
Yeah, lovely too, Flan.